This is the plaintiff, Rennie. She says she sublet an apartment from the defendant and she paid the rent to him and he was supposed to pay the landlord. One day she came home to an eviction notice because as it turns out, the defendant never paid the rent and just stole her money. She got kicked out. The defendant won't give her the money she gave him for security and she's here suing the creep for the $1,100 he stole from her. This is the defendant, Derek Hyman. He says the plaintiff moved out on him without any notice and handled things very poorly, if you ask him. He couldn't find another tenant right away because she left him high and dry, and that's why he kept her money. As far as the rent goes, he paid the landlord every month. He has no idea why she's saying he didn't and can't wait for the judge to rule on this case in his favor. He's accused of taking advantage of a tenant.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff sublet an apartment from the defendant. He didn't pay the rent and she got evicted, but the defendant says he paid every month. It's the case of he's a player, not a payer.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Renee, you've asked to be referred to only by your first name. You are suing Derek Hyman, your friend, for $1,100 of a security deposit that he refuses to repay you, correct?
Yes.
What happened?
Yes, I know Mr. Hyman since 2010.
How did you two meet?
Through a friend.
Okay.
And he know I asked him, if you hear of any apartment under $1,000, you could let me know.
Okay.
So sometime in March 2015, he introduced telling me about this apartment that he go and look at.
Okay, so he rents you his apartment, yes?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so how long do you live in the apartment?
He sublet the apartment to me.
Sublets it to you. Okay,
Yes.
how long do you live there before you realize something's wrong?
Maybe about a month.
Oh, right away you realize something's wrong?
Yes.
Okay, and how do you realize something's wrong?
Because the bill, when the rent receipt comes for me to pay, it always come balanced. I asked him about it. He said, don't worry about it. It's because it pay late. And
How much of a balance were you seeing?
like if I'm supposed to pay $1,100, it will come to $2,000 something. The next time it will become $3,000 something.
Okay, and you're not figuring out that he's not paying the landlord the rent?
Yes, and I'm asking him. And
How many months do you stay there before you realize he's not paying the landlord a penny of what you're paying him?
No, he told me because it paid late. So when
but if the next month it's $3,000, he didn't pay at all, right? If it keeps going up every month, then he's not paying. He's paying really late.
It showed me.
What did you get an eviction notice on your door?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a copy of that?
Yes.
May I see it?
Yes.
Okay. Let me talk to you, Mr. Hyman. What's going on?
Yes, Judge Marilyn.
Judge Milian, not Judge
Milian. I know Renee for approximately 8-9 years. And we have had some relationship. At one time, we was even more than friendship. When I was have to move her from the very same place, she was living in Brooklyn under my own expense to live at my place because of the fact that I was a super. So we have a very good relationship, me and Renee, all through this time up until even now, until she decided to sue me. However, based on the fact that she told me that she was one of the apartments, I said, Renee, I get an apartment, but I'm not going to take the apartment because of the fact I get something that suit me more better. She asked me, please, if I could let you get it because of her credit and stuff like that. She couldn't get this apartment. I said to her, Renee, listen, this is very much a big obligation that I'm going to have for you, you know.
So were you paying the rent?
Yes, I'm coming. I'm going to.
No, I need to get there right now because I don't have this kind of patience.
Okay, yes, Judge. I was paying the rent.
Okay, then why is there an eviction notice posted on her door?
No, I'm going to explain
Do you have any other papers from the landlord that were posted on your door? Anything that shows how much behind he was?
I have this when I go to court.
When did you move out?
The 28th of June.
You're showing me a stipulation that occurred 2 months before that, where I guess he
That's when I
was in $6 grand.
I was in court at the time with the stipulation, Judge.
Right.
And with the stipulation, every obligation towards the court pertaining to the apartment that Renee is in.
Except for that, okay, but they posted, they're saying you weren't abiding by it.
No.
But why is it that you would owe $6 grand?
I did a whole $6 grand, Judge. I have all my obligation. I honor them, and that's the reason why I have the apartment.
Okay, you're gonna have to prove to me that all your obligation you were paying them, because listen to me, she got this on her door.
Yes, and she bring it to me. I just live 2 blocks away from her.
I understand, but what do you expect the woman to do when she gets this on her door saying that you're getting evicted for not paying?
Yes, but Judge, this is something that I have in court, and I assured
Yeah, but she doesn't want her whole life to be uprooted and continue to... Why are you keeping her security deposit?
Because of the fact that she moved out without notifying me.
I know, but why isn't she entitled to move when this gets smacked on her door?
But Judge,
this is very upsetting. You may live this way, but other people don't want to live this way.
No, I don't live that way. I understand. What I'm saying, I do take responsibility for the short payment of the rent. You understand what I'm saying?
So you had a stipulation, you had it worked out, and then you violated it?
No, Judge. I'm going to tell you what happened.
Okay, so suppose you're the person who sublets. How do you protect yourself from the person you give the money to make sure that the money ends up going to the landlord? Any ideas?
No.
Not a single idea?
No.
Who's got an idea?
I believe you need to make sure that the main lease can be subletted.
Well, no. It can be sublet. The question is, how does the money get over there?
Well, you sign a contract, or you could sublease the apartment with the leasee.
Okay.
Can you write the check to the landlord?
Well, that's the question, right? You make the deal to make sure you can write it to the landlord.
Exactly.
Finally, going inside the courtroom.
After the old situation with the coach, she stopped paying me the rent and started paying the super the rent. I don't know the time she paid the super the rent at all. Whenever time I'm going to pay the super the rent, I inform the relevant authority about the rent payment so that if the super paid late, they would already know that the super had the money. She just goes straight ahead and pay the super the money. I don't know the transaction between she and the super. I didn't have a transaction with the super pertaining to the apartment with her. It was only me and her verbally.
What are you suggesting? That the super kept the money?
I don't know, Judge.
Look, you don't deny that this got posted on her door.
No,
right?
I don't deny.
And you don't deny that she paid the rent.
No,
so then
that's
why
what I'm
wouldn't
saying.
she have a right to leave, and why would you have a right to keep her security?
No, that's what I'm saying, Judge. The month that Renee did not notify me that she was moving out, I was have to be responsible for that month because of the fact that she didn't notice me that she was moving. And at the time, I was all the way in Catskill.
If you guys were friends, just out of curiosity, why didn't you tell him that you were moving? Just a second. Or do you say you did?
I called him and he didn't pick up because of the problem.
I can't hear her because you're yelling.
I called him and he doesn't want to pick up. It's only the wife I have to keep talking to. He doesn't want to answer. He doesn't want to answer his phone.
Judge, I have one text to show you how she informed me about the moving out the apartment.
Now, listen, you know what? Pay her back her money. $1,100 verdict for the plaintiff. She is entitled to not get something saying that you are getting evicted. Okay, that is sufficient for her to. This is a cause. This is for cause.
Well, if
for
that's
her to move out.
I understand.
She doesn't have to give you a chance to explain, trust you over her lion eyes. She doesn't have to do anything.
But she doesn't.
When she gets this is constructively evicting her because this is telling her she can't live at peace here. So no, you need to return her $1,100 verdict for the plaintiff.
So the plaintiff is going to get her security back, all $1,100. You know, Mr. Harmon, I must tell you something. You came into court today saying you couldn't wait for the judge to rule because you knew she was going to rule in your favor.
Yes.
What happened?
Because of the fact that if she had informed me before the fact that she was about to move, then I would be able to angle my situation in a better way and pay her back her security, and we wouldn't have to be ending up here. But however, she win the case, and that's about it. We're over with it, and I'm fine with that.
Okay, you've been friends a long time.
We've been friends. I don't have anything against her even till now.
Still friendly with her.
Still friend anyway, because I'm not going to let this, come between friendship, because that is better than anything. You understand what I'm saying? So
that's rare.
I don't have a problem with her. We are going to still be people because we are from one country, and we have a long-time relationship, good friendship, and I'm not going to make this destroy us. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all up to her. Okay. But for me, I'm free with myself. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
And I really appreciate the result of because I think she deserves back her money, but it's just the way she do it.
I got to talk to her.
Thank you very much, sir.
Step out here. He doesn't seem too terribly mad at you. I can't believe it, but he doesn't. You okay?
Yes, I'm
You know,
good.
even when you don't smile, you're smiling. You know that.
Yes.
Okay. Will you still be friendly with him after this or not?
Not really friend, but if he talk to me, I will still answer
You will
him.
talk? Okay, good for you. All right. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Harvey?
Okay, well, if you can't make the deal directly with the landlord, you got to make sure you have an email chain proving that you gave the money to the tenant and the tenant saying he gave the money to the landlord.